Good evening, everyone. We're going to call the meeting to order. Please join us for the pledge. Good evening. I'm just going to address the board meeting comments. We thank you all for coming. We appreciate you taking the time to attend our meeting, and we welcome your comments. The Board of Education would like to remind community members that meetings are not public forums. Rather, they are business meetings held in public where dialogue is not normally conducted with audience members. If you would like to share your thoughts with the board, please state your name and address and limit your comments to 5 minutes. Please understand we will not respond to your comments or questions at this time, but if you would like a response, please be sure to include your phone number or email address on the sign-in sheet by the door. Please note that public comments for items on the agenda will occur during the first comment section, and all other comments occurring during the second comment section. Comments should be in reference to a school topic or interest, not an individual or an employee position. Speakers are asked to be respectful, as we regularly have students attending these meetings as part of their coursework. Anyone who wishes to address the board, please step up to the podium and turn on the microphone so we can all hear your comments. Thank you. Our item number 4 is correspondence, and I have one item for that. So we have received, for the vacancy, the board vacancy seat, we have received 3 community members who are interested in applying for that position. And they are in order of the letters received is Robert Curry, James McCarthy, and Kerry Ann Poley. Moving along to item 5 is the public comment session for items that are on tonight's agenda. Don't have anybody signed up for that one. So we'll move to number 6 is presentations and guests. And tonight we have a few presentations. So item A is the annual independent audit report from Mr. Justin Wood from Nugent and Hostler, PC. Good evening.
And just hold the button down. Now I got it. Right? There we go. There you go. Thank you. So thank the board for having me. I also want to thank Erin and Bob and Norma, who's in the back, and Kim and Martha and everybody at the district who helped us go through the process of the audit. Everybody was excellent in providing us with the timely information we needed for me to be able to be standing here tonight, and the board to accept the audit report in time to submit to the New York State Education Department. I did spend 45 minutes with the audit committee going over the financial statements in detail. I won't bore you, everybody, here with all of those details. However, Bob has my information. If anybody would like to have a one-on-one discussion, I'm more than open to that at any point during the year. Always open to any discussions. The most important thing here is that the financial statements, they have three opinions within the financial statements. One is on the basic financial statements themselves. One is on the single audit, which is the audit of the federal award programs. This year, it was on the education stimulation funds, or the stimulus money that the district had. And the third opinion is on the extra classroom activity funds. In all three cases, we issued what is called an unmodified opinion, otherwise known as a clean opinion. It is the highest level of assurance that we can give. Overall, the district is in strong financial condition. They have well-funded reserves. They used a large portion of their capital reserve, about $4 million in the 22-23 year, to help with the ongoing capital project. By doing so, the district has saved the residents hundreds of thousands of dollars in interest over the course of what the bond would be. Right? So the district has had the ability to use the capital reserve that they had set up years ago to help to use that for the current capital project. And it just really speaks to the great management of the district, the board, the superintendent, and the school business official. Right. Having said that, those were the highlights that I really wanted to hit. So the audit committee will make a recommendation for the board to accept the financial statements, and then after I go, or at some point, the board will make a resolution to accept those financial statements. So thank you all very much. I welcome any questions that anybody would have at any point. So thank you all, and I look forward to working with you all in the future. So thank you. Have a great evening.
Thank you, Justin. Our next presentation is going to be the elementary school principal, Mr. Richard Biebenroth. Good evening.
Good evening, Tri-Valley community and school board. So I just wanted to start with a quote from Samuel Jackson. Great works are performed not by strength, but by perseverance. And perseverance is the name of the game in a lot of what we have to do. One project we worked on was a Pinwheels for Peace. This is a great project. It's an international project to promote peace. Students creating pinwheels, putting messages of peace on them. We had them on display, and then the pouring rain came. So they were all destroyed, but we did have them out. If anybody had opportunity, they were all across the front of the school. Just wanted to share our current enrollment numbers. We're at 490 students. We're up from last year. And if you look, it's relatively stable, other than our 6th grade is by far our biggest grade. So we're there. Right now, our UPK is at 55. We're capped at 60. So we do have 5 available UPK seats. So if anyone in the community does have anybody, we still have some open seats. All right. Attendance. This is the attendance for the month of September. We had set a goal of 94% attendance rate. We're at 94.66. We're there. We want to get it higher. We want that cushion. If we look, our UPK students are on the low side. We're reminding families the importance of developing good habits. We're also cognizant of a lot of these children, it's their first time being exposed to a lot of germs, and they get sick very quickly and very early because they build up an immune system. We're just working where we want to be, but we always want to be higher. We want to add some cushion in there. The MTSS and our student liaison clerk is helping us reach those numbers. They're very diligent. I'll let them do that when Ms. Williams shares her work. Okay. Do want to start sharing some of our map testing. Kind of want to go over the data, and then I want to go back to break down a little bit of what we're seeing. So this is a test that's given. It's given on a computer. Grades K to 1, it's written to them, and grades 2 to 6, they read it themselves. This is our math testing. We're looking at the percentiles of where they are. We want to be 100%. We want to be the top, but anything in the 60 percentile, we're very comfortable with. Higher is obviously better. This is compared to our schools nationwide. And we have some things, our K students scored low. We haven't had a chance to teach them yet. So that will change. But right now, our case students look poor, but they took this test 2 weeks into the school year, or 3 weeks in. We haven't done anything with them. We've done with our pre-K to develop. Reading test. Couple of things that we're noticing is their second grade, going in, the numbers are low. It's the first year that they're read the test. I'm sorry, it's the first year they have to read the test themselves. So it really highlights some things that were not seen when the test was read to them. So it's their first year reading the test, something that we're going to concentrate, we're going to work on, across the board, but second grade is one grade we're going to look at carefully. With that, I want to just show you, this is a sample student from second grade. If we look, it's going to go up to there, I think it'll make more sense. Come summer, if I pull up any student in the school, almost any student in the school, their graph is going to have dips because summer slide, the work gets better. But this is a student that MAPS data gives us information that we can look at specific areas where a student needs help, where the student needs assistance. It drills down for things that a teacher can do to help them. We're going to use that data, and as well as our AIS working as well, and work to fix that. Also, we have aides in all our K-1 classrooms. So we have full-time aides that are in there all day assisting. So that should also help our second grade for next year. Today we had the Lions Club come in for the Lions Sees vision screening. It's a great program. We screened 306 students for whether they have any kind of vision issue. That 24 absent is not an accurate number. If a student's permission slip was slightly wrong, but they're going to come back and do the extra 24 students. But 254 passed and 52 were referred for further screening. Doesn't mean they need glasses, but it means that there's something that they should look at. Let's get them to an optometrist or an ophthalmologist and see. If you can't see in school, a lot of kids don't realize they can't see, and it gets in their way of their schoolwork. So 20% of our students today have a potential vision issue. But thanks for the great work of the Lions Club. They come in, they're tireless, and they work hard. Okay. We'll be starting after school clubs. These are a list of our after school clubs. Not going to read them all now. These are clubs that go to 4 p.m. We were able to get buses to do a 4 p.m. bus run. There's a lot of great enrichment opportunities for our students, and a lot of fun. And the clubs are going to rotate through because there's going to be high demand. There'll be multiple cycles of the club to try to get as many children to get their first choice. May not always be able to get their first choice, but we're going to get students in there working on it. Sneaker night. Tonight, hopefully we'll be appointing a student council representative, and we can have sneaker night back. It took a little longer than we wanted to find helping staffing on that. I just also wanted to point out our little cornhole board, painted by Maureen Winter, art teacher, just threw some up. So we have some Tri-Valley cornhole boards. And some upcoming events. October 6th, Friday, we have a countywide go home early drill. Students are leaving 15 minutes early. October 7th is the Daniel Pierce Library's Pumpkin Party, always a great event. The 13th, we have our local fire departments coming in for Fire Prevention Day. 26th is a Big Apple Crunch. It's been a thing we've been doing for years with the FFA. October 27th is Picture Day. And not directly related to Fire Day, but our kindergartens were using shapes to make fire trucks. All right, any questions? So we're limited on that. We're still collecting permission slips. We only have 80 bus seats because it was hard for them to get enough bus runs, and we're dividing them between the high school and us. We're splitting it approximately even, depends on the day of the week, so somewhere around 40 a day. And the idea is that we're going to try to spread out kids so they're not, every kid gets a chance to do at least one. Any other questions? All right, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Biebenroth. Our next Our next presentation is 6C, is the Director of Pupil Personnel Services, Mrs. Danielle Cornish. Welcome.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me tonight. So tonight I wanted to start with a quote, dream big, aim high, reach beyond the stars, and don't ever stop believing. The reason I chose this quote tonight is because it reminds me that everyone has possibilities, they're endless, and as long as we believe in ourselves, we can go anywhere we want to. One thing that I would like to share with you this evening is we have a student who is engaging in an amazing enrichment opportunity, and with the parents' permission, I'd like to share a little bit about the opportunity the student is partaking in right this week. Christopher Persalis is attending right now Space Camp for interested visually impaired students. It's down in Alabama. So he's actually partaking in an enrichment opportunity that they have gone on. He's worked with the vision therapist here at school and his parents to sign up and get enrolled into this program. We are sponsoring him in the fact that we are going to not count his absences against him. He did bring his schoolwork down with him. He's learning actually how to be an astronaut. There are some pictures of him there, and he's more than willing to come and share his experience with you if you'd like him to come present. He's told me that he'd be very happy to come share some of the things that he's experienced. They get to actually go on the gravity thing and all kinds of stuff, so it's very exciting. Next, I would like to share some of another enrichment opportunity that we have here at school. I'd like to invite up Donna Brooks and Vivica Bersalis. They both participate in our Barista Bears program. So if they could please come up. Vivica has been working in the Barista Bears now for 2 years. Miss Brooks is in the classroom with them, supporting them and teaching them all kinds of great cooking skills. It's an excellent opportunity for all students in the district to participate in. They learn a lot of soft skills, if you will, or life skills. One of them being able to make change, which is huge. So if you go in there to buy something and you pay for it in cash, the students actually greet you at the cash register at the front of the classroom. They make change for you, and they get all of the things that you ordered. So before you, you have some pumpkin spice bread that they made just today, I believe, right, Miss Brooks? Yeah. And they were delivered all through the school. What happens is the teachers will get an email saying we made some fresh pumpkin bread. And if you'd like some, yeah, no, it's okay. Order while it's hot, and then the students take the orders. They deliver the orders to the teachers in the classrooms, and that's how some of those sporadic ones work. But they also have every week they have a full menu that they use with the teachers. I think you have a copy of it in front of you. So far this year, they've made over on an average of 41 salads. Every Wednesday, the teachers have the opportunity to order a salad of the week, and that's also delivered on Wednesdays. Brownies, parfaits, coffee, chocolate chips, those type of things are available on a daily basis. The kids prepare everything. They create and take stock of all the food that they need, assemble it. Miss Brooks actually does the shopping for it, and they bring everything back and they make everything in-house. So it is an excellent opportunity for any student to work on developing people skills, collaboration, teamwork. They all work together. Vivica really runs the show, though. She's like the lead in the Barista Bear. Yeah. So all the students listen to her. But so that's what we have going on right now. Some great opportunities for all students to participate in. And that's all I have for tonight. So thank you. And if you have any questions, please let me know. And if you would like Christopher to come and present his experience, let me know, and I'll arrange that one of the days that I have to present.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Enjoy
Appreciate
your
it.
pumpkin spice. Yeah.
Thank you, Danielle. Okay, moving along to the superintendent's report from Mrs. Erin Long.
Good evening, Tri-Valley. On behalf of our Board of Education and our school, I want to extend our condolences to the Pedro family for the recent loss. Earlier this week, I had the opportunity to attend the New York State Council of School Superintendents Fall Conference in Saratoga. It really was an excellent few days of learning and collaboration. And after sharing stories about our district and the opportunities we have with our students, I do want to say that we are really doing great things here at Tri-Valley, and that is because of our commitment to our students, from our students, our families, our faculty, our staff, our administrators, and our board. Also, while I was there, we all held our breaths when we watched Charlotte Sena, when we learned that Charlotte Sena was taken from the community park that her family was camping at. And I was in a room with over 1,000 people when it was announced that she was found. And so needless to say, there was a lot of cheering that was going on. I also stayed in a hotel that housed about 150 sheriffs that were there for a conference that had left the conference to go search for this girl. So that morning I was high-fiving and thank youing and buying coffee to anybody I could. So I do want to say thank you to our law enforcement for your perseverance. Last Thursday, we hosted Scott Fitch, who spoke to our students and parents about the impacts on social media. The presentation with our students was awesome. Our kids were highly engaged, very surprised at a few of the parts of the presentation. And then Scott joined us to open our secondary school open house. Next week, we will be launching our strategic planning survey to our families and our students. The survey for parents will be on our website, our Facebook, and then through our school messenger email. Our students in grades 4 through 12 will take the surveys in their classrooms. Along with Rich, a reminder to our families that we have our go home drill tomorrow. That is countywide. All students will be dismissed at 2:30, about 15 minutes earlier than normal, and a school messenger call was sent out to families this evening. We're gearing up for homecoming, and that's happening on October 13th and 14th. We've got a great lineup, so we're looking forward to a great weekend.
Thank you, Erin Long. Moving to item number 8, items that the board would like pulled from tonight's agenda. Anybody? Moving to item 9, the consent agenda. Can I have a motion to accept the approval of the consent agenda, recommended action, including the business portion? Motion by Pat.
Second.
Second by Rose. Any discussion? Please proceed to vote.
Aye.
That is unanimous. Thank you. Be it resolved, the board approves the consent agenda, recommended action, including the business portion, items 9A through Q. Moving along to item number 10, board committee reports. We just have an informational. We have a summary sheet for our policies. I think we have a meeting coming up soon, right? We'll be scheduling a meeting for the policy committee.
And I just want to say, policy committee members, you have the set of the new policies that we have to review to look at. And then I'm going to bring 4 more to the table that we've already adopted that I think we need to revisit.
Have we established a date yet?
Not yet.
Okay, moving to item number 11, old business. I don't believe we have anything to discuss in old business. Item 12 is public comment session for items that are not on tonight's agenda. And tonight we have one guest, Mr. Michael Mingo. Please step up to the podium, sir. Welcome.
There we go. I think I would know this stuff doing auditorium work for where I work. So hello, everybody. I'm Michael Mingo. I have two quick things that I just want to bring up, and hopefully we can get these resolved. One of them is my son, who graduated last year, who's at SUNY Delhi right now, was unable to go on the senior trip because he was involved in a car accident. Some woman decided that she was going to take a turn where she shouldn't have, and he got a pretty severe concussion from it. It ended his track career for the rest of the season, and so he wasn't able to go on the trip. We had doctor's notes. We brought that up. We spoke to the district several occasions, and we were told with an email that he was going to get reimbursed the money that he had paid for it. This was his money. He wanted to go. He earned it. He paid for it. So here we are now, the beginning of October, after speaking to the district multiple times, emails. Last time I spoke to anybody at the district was in the beginning of September. We're in the beginning of October. Still did not receive any reimbursement. So it would be nice to see that money being brought back to him at some point because he could use it for school. Second thing is, and I've done this many of times, spoken to many people at the district, several superintendents prior, that there's an issue where there's a conflict with PM BOCES and certain school programs that it does not allow students to be in a program if they go to PM BOCES. Again, same son had to leave the program because of PM BOCES. Spent 2 classes out of 4 periods, I should say. 2 classes were regular classes, 2 were study hall. If there was a look at the schedule and check into these things, you would actually have students in those programs not leaving when there's a huge attrition rate in those programs, which I can tell you without saying specific programs or whatever. I know there was only 4 of them left in that program from that senior class with my son. I have another son coming up right now. He's talking about BOCES. He's in the program. As a music teacher myself, I know his level is pretty high at NISMA. He could also be an all-state student, even though I probably will be teaching him because I'm a percussionist. That would be my hope to see him do that, but by the time he hits 10th grade, 11th grade, he'll be out of the program. And then my daughter would be in the same situation if she decides to go to it. So hopefully we can look at that. It's a scheduling issue. It needs to be reviewed, figure it out with guidance, and come up with a solution that the kids can be in those programs and not sit in study halls. That's all I got. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mingo. Moving to item number 13, announcements, reminders, and upcoming events. Do we have anyone? Okay. Moving to item number 14, new business. We have a couple of items here. We'll start with the item A is the adoption of the independent audit report, July 1, 2022 to June 30th, 2023. Is an action. Can I have a motion to accept the adoption of the independent audit report from July 1, 2022 to 2023? Motion by Pat.
Second.
Second by Rose. Any discussion? Please proceed to vote.
So I'm clear, if I may. Does that include what we've been talking about? Yay.
That is unanimous. Thank you. Be it resolved, the board accepts the independent audit of the Tri-Valley Central School District's general purpose financial statements as of and for the year ending June 30th, 2023, conducted by Nugent and Hostler, PC, as attached to the public portion of the agenda. Moving to item 14B is the independent audit report legal notice. Is an action. Can I have a motion to accept the independent audit report legal notice?
Motion.
Motion by Tammy,
Second.
second by Tim. Any discussion? Please proceed to vote. That is unanimous. Thank you. Be it resolved, the board approves the annual independent audit report legal notice as attached to the public portion of the agenda. Moving to item 14C, appointment student observer 2023 to 2024. It is an action. Can I have a motion to appoint for the appointment student observer 2023 to 2024?
Motion.
Motion by Rose,
Second.
second by Tammy. Any discussion? Please proceed to vote.
Aye.
That is unanimous. Thank you. Be it resolved, the board appoints Brandy Burke as a career and technical educator, preparation, parentheses, CTE, field experience / student observer, agricultural education for 2023 to 2024 fall semester between September 5th, 2023 and December 8th, 2023, secondary school. Moving to item 14D, appointment student fieldwork / participant / observer 2023 to 2024. Can I have a motion to accept the appointment of the student fieldwork participant observer?
Motion.
Motion
By
by
Travis.
Travis,
Yes.
Second.
second by Rose. Any discussion? Please proceed to vote.
Aye.
That is unanimous. Thank you. Be it resolved, the board appoints Charlie Gips as a student fieldwork participant observer, art and special education between September 5th, 2023 and December 20th, 2023. Moving to item number 14E, appointment cleaner. It is an action. Can I have a motion to accept the appointment cleaner?
Motion. I'll
Second.
second.
Motion by Rose, second by Travis. Any discussion? Please proceed to vote.
Aye.
That is unanimous. Thank you. Be it resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools that the Board of Education at its October 5th, 2023 meeting approves the probationary appointment of Max Turner to the position of cleaner as per Sullivan County Civil Service Rules and Regulations, effective October 23rd, 2023, pending fingerprint clearance, for a probationary period of 26 weeks. The salary for the 2023-2024 school year will be step 2 on the Tessa Cleaner schedule, $16 per hour, 7.5 hours per day, 260 days per year, prorated. Moving to item number 14F, rate increase event staff. Can I have a motion to accept the rate increase event staff?
So moved.
Motion by George,
Second.
second by Rose. Any discussion?
I do have a question about that.
Okay.
Has this always been a per event price? I thought at one point it was a per hour price. And I thought that we paid the people who come out for our events pretty well. Okay.
It is per hour. We went
Okay.
up because we're trying to recruit more people, so we went up
Right.
to $30
Yeah, that
an
wasn't
hour.
the way to
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So you want, I can add that to the resolution?
So it's per hour then, if it be clear? Maybe rephrase the
Okay,
motion then?
please proceed to vote.
Aye.
That is unanimous. Thank you. Be it resolved upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools that the Board of Education at its October 5th, 2023 meeting approves the increase of event staff pay from $20 per hour to $30 per hour effective October 1st, 2023. Moving to item 14G, extension of contract for pupil transportation with Rolling V for the 2023-2024 school year. It is an action. Can I have a motion to extend for the extension of the contract for the pupil transportation with Rolling V for
Motion.
2023-2024?
Second.
Motion by Tammy, second by George. Any discussion? Please proceed to vote.
Aye.
That is unanimous. Thank you. Be it resolved, the board approves the extension of contract for pupil transportation with Rolling V for the 2023-2024 school year. Moving to item number 15 is board comment session. Brent, anything? Travis?
I did have a piece of the pumpkin spice. It's very good. Thank you. That's all tonight.
Thank you, Travis. George?
I'd like to thank the Lions Club. They're very active in the community, and that's something that we should really be proud of for the district, to have that support from them. Also, I'd like to bring up the question about Bear Cub basketball. I am concerned about, because last year was a late start because of certain issues. We talked here at great length, especially from our staff, that getting kids involved at an early age is very important. It keeps them going for the rest of their career at Tri-Valley. And Bear Cub does that, starts these kids very young. And I think we need to look at that very closely to see if it's going to get done. And if there is an issue, what we can do about to get rid of that issue. I know there's an adjoining district that has it, but it's done through their rec program. And I was told that they're, believe it or not, they have no security at that. So I know that was one of the things that was brought up here many times, that we need 2 or 3 security guards. So I understand the security, but we need to look at it in the right way to get this moving forward. And I don't know what the status is presently.
Good question. So we met with Omar. He's going to continue to run the program at least one more year for us. One of the things that we've done when we've partnered with him is we've provided the security and the custodial staff without charging Bear Cub basketball, so they can use that money to buy snacks and Gatorades and waters for their kids and T-shirts and all that. He's pretty gung-ho about this year. Registration's going to be out, I think, about a month earlier than last year. He's trying to get it arranged a little bit earlier, and we'll come back to the table with him in a few weeks. Once he has that registration done, we've offered our school as a sign-up place if he needs it instead of the library. We're fully in support of that. One of the underlying things that we are talking about is the coaching. It's hard to recruit parents to coach. And do we want to eventually look at taking Bear Cub basketball under our wing as a district, which would mean we would need to get our coaches certified, which is a good thing. It's a good class for our parents to have, and it might bring more coaches into our programs. But we're great. We're ready to go. We fully support what Bear Cub basketball is, and we came up with some great ideas the other day.
I understand the financial part of it, especially insurance. Thank you. Another thing I wanted to ask about the enrichment programs. I see that's been stepping up, and the staff is doing a great job that way. Some of it's rather new. I would hope that the finances of that, whatever they need, the staff, is not coming out of their pockets. If we can help them in any way, I'm not looking to spend money, but if it's reviewed by the superintendent, I think that's important.
So we are really fortunate to have some solid grant funds that cover anything that people need as far as supplies or replenish supplies to continue those programs going.
Thank you.
Tammy?
I have nothing.
Rose?
I just wanted to say happy World Teacher Day. Thank you for the contributions that all of our teachers make to our students and community every day. I hope you went to Dunkin' and got your free coffee. I also wanted to thank Justin Wood and his colleagues for all of the help his firm provides to us all year long. He did a great job explaining his audit to us tonight at our audit committee meeting. Thank you to Vivica for taking time out of your evening on a school night to come and give us these delicious treats. I can't wait to try it. And circling back to the Bear Cub question, Erin, our coaches actually do get certifications with OMAR, so I don't know if it's a higher step for when it's through the school, but I just wanted parents to be aware that the coaches do have certifications that
Yes,
they
you're
go
right.
through.
So they have CPR and first aid, and then Omar does some training with them. If you're going to be certified at the state level, then there's 3 more classes that you need to take for New York State Public High School athletics certification.
Okay, and then
fingerprinting.
Yep, and fingerprinting.
And then, so does the school provide that to coaches, or is that something they pay out of their pocket?
So normally you pay for it out of your pocket. If you are like a phys ed major in college, it's part of your coursework for most. But I think that would be something for us to look at as a district. It's not terribly expensive, especially if we had enough interested. Could we bring those coaching classes to our district? So it would be right here. People wouldn't have to travel. Mr. Crudelli would be a great internship project for him to look into that for us.
Just on that other note, we have a very active recreation department here at the town, and that's something that maybe we could marry into that. But they have to be approached. I can't speak for them, but it might be an idea, and it might be more of a cost-effective idea for everybody.
I know last year we partnered with Liberty a little bit. We had some players from Liberty, and Omar said that was really successful because kids made friends and they got to compete against each other a little bit. But we'll definitely check in with the Recs department.
I'm good, thank you.
As a person from the community that took the coaching courses, it takes like an act of Congress. It was many hours. If we could streamline that, I think it's a great idea because we could bring in coaches early, get them kind of locked in when their kids are young, and then bring them through so we have support. But the process right now is incredibly difficult. I wanted to speak real quick and kind of add on to what the superintendent said about the kidnapping upstate. Things like this, when they happen, it's incredibly tragic, but it's a great reminder for everyone how fast these things happen. And just the incredible responsibility all of you have running the school and keeping these kids safe. This child was gone in a matter of minutes in a movie like kidnapping. So this isn't something that only happens other places. Very rural, very nice family, and it happened that quick. So we all need to be alert. We went over just the basics of stranger danger again in my house, right? And we don't go to pet the puppy, and we don't go to get a piece of candy. Just get away from strangers. So just a reminder for everyone in the district. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. So I would just like to extend an invitation to the 3 members of the community who sent a letter of interest to become a board member, to invite them to our next meeting on Thursday, October 19th at 7 p.m. For an introduction and say a few words about why they're interested in becoming a board member. Okay. And on that note, and I do appreciate the Baristas Bears treat tonight, so thank you very much. And moving along to adjournment, can I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Motion by Rose, second by Tim. Thank you for coming, everyone. We'll see you next time.
My bad.